Hi, it's Katie of Crafty Creations. You're gonna notice that since those way old school videos, I'm a little thinner on top. A few years have passed. I've decided to try to rebrand, whatever you want to call it, this channel. I stopped doing it because I had some negative comments, which kind of made me just want to give up, and now I'm at a point where I want to try again. The reason I want to try again is I just found out not too long ago that I am in remission from stage 3B lung cancer. The B meaning inoperable. Where my tumor sat, and it was the size of a large chicken egg, was sitting on my pulmonary artery and pressing against my heart in my right lung. That being said, that's why it was inoperable. On top of that, I had a non-small cell lung cancer called, and I always get this wrong, so pardon me if you're a doctor or nurse or whatever, and hopefully you'll know what I'm trying to say. It was called a squamous cell carcinoma, and from what all the research that I read when they gave me all the pamphlets, it was a highly metastasizing, meaning it liked to spread like wildfire kind of cancer, and it was up against my heart, so I'm lucky to be here right now. Prayers from my church, a lot of prayers, prayer groups praying for me praying for me, because I wasn't going to let cancer take me at 50. I'm only 50. I won't be 51 until November. After 6 weeks of rigorous chemo and radiation, the chemo, when I say rigorous chemo, most people only get one chemo med. I got 2. Initially, my hair did not show signs that it was going to fall out. It was, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks after I finished chemo, I washed my hair, and almost all of my hair fell out. So no, I've got this thin hair, so please, no haters. Yeah, I'm not wearing makeup. Eventually I will wear makeup in the videos, and I will figure this whole eyeball thing out. Sorry about that. I'm not sure how to do this because I'm doing this on my phone. Anyway, I crafted my way through my chemo and my radiation. I was doing diamond paintings. I was knitting and crocheting. I was bead weaving. And now I have decided, adding a new craft to the Crafter Master of None, which is resin art. And I did find something at Walmart, my local Walmart, that I was able to, it was like, I want to say it's a beginner's kit, it's like a kit that can start you off for a coaster. I'm going to pause you so I can turn this around, because I can't really turn it around right now. I'm going to, in editing, it's going to be a pause, and then it'll turn around. So, I'm going to show you what I got. At some point, if you want, or if you don't want, it might end up in this video, it may not, I haven't decided yet. I'm going to record me, actually, because I'm a newbie. Like I said, I may be crafter or master of none, but I have never dealt with resin art before. Resin crafts, anything. This will be the first time for me. So you guys will be going through it with me. If you like it, you like it. You can give me a thumbs up. You can like, subscribe. I will even post an email in there if you want to email me and be like, hey, why don't you try making this? Why don't you try making that? Why don't you try adding this? Why don't you do a tutorial of that? I am open to suggestions, because this is me trying to figure out what people want to see me do on this channel. Right now I am showing what I have done through my cancer, and yes, forgive the mess up there because I do live in an RV and that does tend to happen. Doesn't matter how good I clean it, it happens. Just ignore that. Yeah, but I'm gonna bring you back and I will show you the kit that I got. See you in a few. Okay, this is the kit that I got from Walmart. I'm gonna sit down because it's sitting on my table and right now standing is kind of hard for me. But this is the kit that I got from Walmart. Grab it from here so I can stand it up. It is called the Art Skills Crystal Clear Resin Kit. It comes with the casting resin and the resin hardener, 8 ounces of each. It comes with gold and silver flakes. It comes with 2 reusable pouring cups and 1 mold. And then you get 6 alcohol inks in here. You get fuchsia, calypso, honey, cobalt, emerald, grape. You get 6 mica powders. It's a 27 piece. So now I'm going to try to open this and kind of show you what's in here. Okay, so this is the silver foil flakes. Great. They're both very pretty, and this is the gold foil flakes. They're both very pretty. This weird looking thing is the mold. Kind of looks like a weird cloud to me. But it's kind of cute. I do have an idea of what I'm going to do with this, but I do need to get some tape so I can kind of... Apparently in packaging, some of the silver foil flake got in there, so I want to make sure I get that out of there. In this kit, you actually get this, which has a pair of gloves in it, the stir sticks, and a pair of tweezers. I think that's everything that's in there, it looks like. But you get those. And these are they're very pretty. I'm not going to take them out of the package because then I won't get them back in the box. And I need to find another box to put them in for the time being. As I said, I do live in an 18-foot camper, which is not a lot of space. I got to find a box to put them in. But I'm assuming this is the honey. Some of them I can, you know what? Let's see if I can do this. I chose to try and do things one-handed. I have done this before I know I can do this because I did this when I had my shoulder surgery way back yonder. Back in like 2012. Okay. This way I can kind of give you an idea of what they look like. See if I can get that one out of there. That's what I was looking for. Okay, this one is the honey. And they are 0.10 fluid ounces. And then you've got Calypso, which to me looks kind of, if you look at the picture of it on the box, Calypso looks almost like a teal green. And then you've got, let's see if I can get it to focus. Maybe get it in a different spot. There we go. That's grape. It's a pretty purple. This is the emerald green. And let's see. And that's the fuchsia. It's pretty pink. And that's the cobalt blue. Those are the alcohol inks. Oops. Okay. Let me get these stood back up so I can get the other stuff out. And let me get these out of here. Okay. Alright. And you get these 2 mixing cups. Drawback to the mixing cups from every resin video I've seen, everyone has like ml or ounces. I don't see any ounces. I only see ml, so I'm not a math genius, so like if I wanted to make 2 ounces of resin, it said to basically round it up to the 60. And I don't know if you can even see that. There's 80 and 60. There you go. Now I can see it. It said to round it up to the 60. So that, I guess that would mean I would need to do 30 of one and 30 of the other to mix my resin, but you get 2 of those. You get 2 of those cups. And then you get 6 of these, which are mica powders. If I can figure out how to get this open. Bear with me a second. Because they're kind of packaged weird. Give me a second. See if I can get it open. Sheesh. Okay. Bear with me. You're looking at my legs, but bear with me. Okay. There's one. Well, there's one. There's one set. Okay, the set I just undid has a really pretty pink mica powder in there. It's very pretty. It has a very pretty dark green in there. And a really vibrant purple. Now we get to go through the whole fight thing again. Hold on. Where's that opening? Come on. You know you want me to get into you. Sorry about you guys having to deal with this, but you're going through this with me. Like I said, I'm a newbie. Should have probably gotten all these things out of the packages before I did the video, but that's okay. It is what it is. Alright, so, and then you got the white, or the crystally white color, which is very pretty. You got this really vibrant blue. And you got this very pretty gold. You get those, and then, as I said, you get the 2, I'm not going to pull them out, but you got the 2 hardeners. You got the casting resin and the resin hardener in there, 8 ounces each. So, yeah, that's them, and I'm going to attempt to make at least a coaster out of this. So yeah, I'll bring you right back and I'll tell you what my ideas are, and maybe you guys can put something in the comments of what you think I should try. If not, I'll bring you guys back a different, like tomorrow or when I go to do it. I'll bring you back when I go to do it, but my idea is that I'm going to mix this. I'm going to do the 60 ounces, or 60 mLs, which would be 2 ounces. I'm going to pour part of it in here. I'm going to basically pour 30 mLs in there, and I'm going to do, okay, let me try this again. I'm going to do 30 mLs in here, pour 30 in there. I'm going to put white in one of these. I'm going to do the white mica in one. The clear, keep this one as the clear. And then my idea was to use the honey. Is that the right one? Yeah. The Calypso and alcohol ink. The fuchsia alcohol ink. And the cobalt alcohol ink. And maybe, I haven't decided yet, maybe adding just a little bit of the grape in there. And doing blobs of each of the alcohol inks into the clear. Then putting a little bit of the silver foil in the center. Because I have the honey, I don't want to do the gold. So I'm thinking a little bit of silver foil in the center. And then taking the white and going, like, kind of in a weird, like, just kind of swirling it in a weird pattern. And then taking one of the popsicle sticks and kind of, like, bringing it down, making it look like flower petals. But keeping some of the white in there, just a little bit of the white. Do that, and then once it cures, I'm going to pour, I'll mix up another batch. But I haven't decided what I want to do for the back. I don't want to do, I'm thinking if I omit the grape, I can do the purple mica, do a little batch of the purple, mix up a little, after this cures, I can mix up a little bit of resin with the purple mica and pour it on the back, let that cure, and see what how that turns out. So, but that's my plan. Let me know what you think. And yeah, but that's what I got, and I got it actually in my local Walmart. So you can find these in your local Walmart. They actually show when you go into the Walmart app. If you go to in-store, when you put in resin, and you're a beginner like me, who's never done it before, but who's interested in trying it, this is what you get in that kit. So yeah, I'll bring you right back. So yeah, I do bead weaving, I do diamond paintings. I'm gonna try to start resin art, see if I like that. I used to do basket weaving. I got into basket weaving. I like that, but I haven't been able to do it recently. I like to quilt, I like to sew, I like to knit, I like to crochet. Hence why the acronym on my channel is at CMON. The acronym CMON stands for a nickname that my brother gave me. Crafter, Master of None. Because if I like something and want to try it, I will try that craft. And if I'm like, oh no, it's too complicated, I can't do that, it goes to the back burner, and I don't go back to it again. But if it's something that I'm like, oh, I love those, and like I just can't stop doing it, it stays in the repertoire. So my brother called me a crafter, master of none. So that's my story. I hope you'll like, I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you'll share. And if my story of cancer survival can help somebody that you might know, and that I'm crafting through cancer to help keep me in remission, maybe somebody else might want to take up crafting to help them through that. But it helped me through it. So, like I said, I might rebrand this from Crafty Creation, just Crafty Creations, to, I'm thinking Crafty Creations, everything's coming up crafty, or everything's coming up Crafty Creations. But either way, I might just keep the Crafty Creations. I'm not sure. But anyway, Katie signing out. Love you guys.